Hello. Well, yeah, I'm Tanja, and I'm the founder and singer and songwriter of this new project called Parashyne.
Okay.
Yeah, that's who I am.
So, but you have one band before that. Can you tell me something more about that band?
Yes, I was the singer of this band called Silver Night, and it was also a new band. So we released one EP and one full-length album, and it was like well, it started off like a sort of AOR and synthwave mix, sort of mix of rock and synthwave. But it's well, that maybe comes to your next question. That the reason then that I had to part ways with that, it was because I was told that my singing style, like I don't fit anymore in the plans that they have. Like they want to take it more to the synthwave style and away from the rock and even more instrumental stuff. And so that was the reason they unfortunately asked me to leave. So it wasn't my decision to leave then.
Okay. So that's the way. So then you start up your new band, and how do you come with this band name? Can you tell me what the name are?
Well, yeah, I started off this, I sort of had to start something. So, and I always knew that I need to keep making music. So I had to do something. And I knew that I want to, well, I was always unsure about whether, I can make it myself. But in the process, I discovered that, yes, I'm able to start my own thing. I don't have to wait for some band to find me. So I wanted to start this new thing. And I started to think names for it. And I wanted something that sort of rolls off the tongue and is either one word or max two words. I'm not a fan of, long bad names that
Ah,
is a little sentence. I want
yeah.
something to be short and, that feels good to say. And well, I it's a combination of like something paranormal or like something controversial, and shine, like shine, light shines.
Yeah.
Because I was always thinking, like I want in the visuals to be high contrast and colors. So I was thinking something that fits with the visuals. I'm a very visual person. So it came from combining those words, like like controversial, and something like controversial of dark and light, and then shine with the replacement of the I, shine.
Okay.
From, because I was Googling, is somebody else called this already? You have to do the research. And there wasn't any band or artist, but there was actually a brand of medicine called Parashyne with I. So I was thinking, okay, let's just change the letter and that'll be fine. There's no confusion.
Cool. Because I Googled at your band name and I did not find any other bands with the same name.
Yeah, I did the research. I made
Yeah.
sure.
So, so what do you have for dream for your band? Do you have any big dreams or yeah, you know?
Yeah, of course. Right now, the band is more of a, because this is the very beginning, and it's more of right now like a solo project with me, who's driving almost everything except for the musicians that I worked with for the guitar and bass. Very nice musicians, Samuli Federley from Finland and Strutter from Greece, who also work with me on Silver Night. And but they're still sort of session musicians for now. I still don't have a set like a lineup. So my next goal is to try to find the right people. That's another challenge of forming a new band, to find the right people, and just time will tell who will stick and who will be like the permanent or official band members. So that's like the first like short term you know
Yeah.
goal, is to find the right people, and that's not always easy.
No, that is really hard because I know how is it because we try and get in many people in my radio station, and yeah, it's fucked up. You know the problem.
Because they of course has to have the skills and the right attitude. I'm quite serious about this, so they need to be able to take this seriously. But also they have to, the chemistry has to work. Like if you don't like the people, then it's not good to be in a band together. And
Exactly.
then of course I want to take this band like live and strong presence live, like have gigs, regular gigs, maybe tour. That's always the dream of every band, I guess. And that's not easy nowadays, touring
Yeah,
live. It takes a whole like organization and a big budget to be able to do that. So that's
yeah,
like,
it's hard and fix concert and gigs for every band. I think just now.
yeah, especially now when it's so uncertain with the, still ongoing pandemic
Yeah,
and everything. But just in general, it's unfortunately it's not just as easy done just to decide, oh, we want to play there, we want to play there.
mm,
It's you need a whole team and organization to be able to build up a tour. And
exactly.
only like single gigs can be more manageable, but still there's a lot to organize there. So
Have you been in Sweden and played sometime?
uh, I've been in Sweden. I have some family in Sweden. I haven't, like with music reasons, I haven't been in Sweden, but family reasons, yes.
Okay, cool. So, what make you different from other bands?
What makes us different from other bands?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, that's also a challenge nowadays because there's a long history in rock and pop music and metal. It's like everything has been done already. So I don't want to take too much pressure of creating something that hasn't been done before, because that's you have to go really experimental if you want to make something that hasn't been done before. You
mm,
know, so I think of course I want to have a strong visual profile that I want people to recognize, it's them from visuals, but also of course the music. And in there I just basically I had to trust that I make something that comes out of my head. Like the recipe, the building blocks that I use are not that complicated. It's not dream theater,
yeah,
it's quite basic building blocks that I use, but except for that, and that I just want to have it some connection to rock music, maybe a bit of metal, like with the electric guitars and strong drums and strong vocals. But beside that, I'm not trying to confine it to a specific subgenre. Otherwise, the music that comes out, it comes out of my head, and I just have to hope that what I create is like recognizable. Of
okay.
course, the first single is only one single. There will be more coming soon, and hopefully people will recognize some, recognizable pattern or
Yeah.
style.
I play your last song you sent to me in the radio, and a lot of people have typed to me and say they really, really like it.
That's really good to hear. That's good to hear. Always
Yeah.
nice.
So, can you tell me more about the song? What are the song about?
This
The stories. Yeah.
Yeah, that song is about when you just can't break away, basically, from some feelings or some old situation that you want to move on, but there's always something that brings you back to the old memories or something. That's about it. Quite.
Okay.
It's a common issue, but I think that's a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah. So, how many songs will be on the CD when you release the full album?
Yes, this coming one will be an EP, not yet a full length album. It's an EP of 5 tracks.
Okay.
Breakaway plus 4 others, original tracks. And I can already really reveal as much that there will be a couple more singles coming after this EP. one cover and one original, and after that we can have to wait for the full-length album that comes next. But yeah,
Okay.
plan.
So when are you release next song?
The next song will be the second single from the EP, and it will come out. It's Friday the 2nd of September, I think.
Okay.
Yes. Then the next
So
will come out.
so maybe we at Veckans Band Med Radio can play it.
Of course, of course.
That's great. So where do you see your band in 5 years?
Well, hopefully I've established, a lineup by then, and hopefully we have been playing some live shows by then, like regular live shows. That's where I see the band in 5 years. That we started to establish a fan base and getting things started,
Yeah.
like rolling.
Maybe one more full album
Yeah, yeah.
release.
In 5 years, I hope they would at least a couple new full albums coming.
Yeah. So then we have coming to 10 past question.
Okay.
So what was the first record you buy from your own money?
Yeah, okay. That was actually Once by Nightwish. I
Okay.
started my whole music thing quite late. I was 15 then, and that was the first big band that I became a massive fan out of. So that was the first album that I bought, actually.
Okay. Cool. So what song do you wish you have made?
Well, I tried to think of one song, but I couldn't think of one song. But there's a song maker, and you know this band Beast in Black, probably. And
Yes, I know.
yes, and Anton, who makes the music, he's a genius, and like it's just the right combination of like maybe cliches, but also really unique like innovations he's done, like combining really like familiar melodies with his own personal thing, and that's just like it's genius. There's so many songs there that I wish that I had written. That's just like mwah.
I really like Beast in Black because we play it a lot in Veckans Band.
Yeah.
So what is the best record ever have releasing?
Oh, yeah, no, I can't really answer that with one record either, because I listen to quite a variety of bands. But okay, I have to say that it's not like the best, but something that left an impact for me was of course Once. It's probably
Uh,
more a personal experience, but Once by Nightwish was probably one that I have to mention. But of course, yeah, I'll mention that. I know it's not like the best, like objectively best, but it left an impact on me.
okay.
But
So
I have
what
to
is the sorry, can you repeat?
yeah, it's not objectively the best album ever, but it just left an impact, and I don't think there is a bad song on it. I think all the songs are good, and it's more of a
Okay.
personal experience. So I'll just have to mention that there's a lot from Iron Maiden that I love, and Alice Cooper has many albums that I love, but they are all quite, they're in the rock genre, but they're still different musics, and I can't pick one.
Yeah, it's a hard question.
Yeah, it's not easy and quick.
So what is the best concert you have seen?
Best concert that I have to say is Iron Maiden's Legacy of the Beast,
Okay.
and
So
it's just a massive show. Like everything is so spectacular there, and the guys are like closer to 70. Somebody's over 70, I think. But
yeah,
still,
I think so too.
it was just like it was full of hits, and everything was just great.
Yeah, Metallica is really great. For me, it's Metallica, but Maiden is great also.
Yeah.
So, which is the most unrated band or artist for you?
Well, this has sort of also a personal connection. If you have heard of this band called War Drum, They are from Greece.
Okay.
You should check them out. It was actually the former band of the singer of Peace in Black also. But like they have really unique music. The couple last albums, especially this, just wonderful music. It's like a combination of power metal with some proggy elements in it. So it's like, yeah, you should check them out. War drum, like, you know, drums.
I think I know them because I
Yeah.
think I have talked with that band, if I don't remember wrong, but I need to check it.
Well, that's
So
underrated. I think they deserve a lot more attention because the music it's unique.
yeah. So can you say a record other people don't think you listen on?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Nowadays I listen a lot more to melodic and lighter stuff. There was a period of time in my life when I, of course, had grown up to a attitude that the heavier the better, and only heavy metal, like heavy stuff, is good, and everything else is bullshit. It was like the society I lived in back then. And of course, I found some good albums back then, and I think like some Fintroll stuff, like Blodsvett and Nifelvin, they are stuff that I like. They probably
Okay.
I will listen to that stuff, but you know, I have that past.
Yeah, Fintroll is really great too. Really like that kind of music.
Yeah, it's heavy, but it's also sort of melodic. Melody is like an important thing for me. So I think that's in Fintroll that, you know, those albums of Fintroll that I like, they were pretty melodic.
Yeah, that's true. So the last question, we have one party in the interview. The band before give you a question, and you give next band a question if you have anyone. So the band before is it difficult to start a new band and form from scratch?
Well, yes, it is difficult. Well, as I said, the challenges are to find the right people, but also like just money is a big issue. You have to fund everything yourself in the beginning. You just don't get a record label to fund you from the start, and it just, you need a lot of time and money, and also you need to find the people. So that's the difficulty of starting a band from scratch, and also patience, which I don't have. You need to be patient. Because you know, you asked, where will we be in 5 years? Hopefully then I will get things rolling. Like it won't be big yet, then I know, because it takes a long time, but hopefully I have started to get things rolling by then.
Okay. So uh, uh, great answer. So do you want to say anything to everyone want to see this interview?
Well, check out the next singles that come out, and please keep checking out the singles, because they can be a bit different from each other, and don't make all assumptions because of this first single. Let's say, put it that way.
Okay.
Like,
Then if you don't have any more and say, then I stop the record.